the joint retinal tear. So I thought, why not to have a
23 gauge
beautiful
vitrectomy
joint
system
retinal
is
tear.
set up.
So not
Here,
much.
you can see a giant retinal tear involving from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock. The inferior retina has a mild.
Yeah. So joint retinal tear, but the problem with this joint retinal tear is that it has a lot of degeneration in the oblique areas. So what I am doing, it's a rolled little bit. So rather than sitting on the podium, I will little bit walk because all the day I'm sitting or watching the other people. So it's basically very cool case. So you can see nothing to do, no bubbling of the retina. So here you can see it's rolled up. I'm just clearing the inferior vitreous as you see. And after clearing the vitreous, this is the important area. So usually atrophic retina, if you don't get later on, it will go away with the sclerosis, and ischemic retina should be cut. I'm a little bit relieving that area too. Is everything clear? No one is sleeping? That's good. That's good. I like this. So here I'm doing the retinectomy just to mobilize the retina. And then as my colleagues told in the morning, joint retinal tear is blah, blah, blah. I find it most easiest. No bubbling of the retina, nothing. Just go vitrectomy, put PFCL, put oil, everything is gone. There can be more cooler case than this? No? So, so I'm just completing my vitrectomy and injecting the perfluorocarbon liquid. 100% perfluorocarbon liquid. I don't prefer to use the much air. So I am not filling the eye completely with the perfluorocarbon. The problem is when you fill the perfluorocarbon liquid, the full eye, your oil bubble may go subretinal space. So just fill it up to the level where the retina allows you. So I am doing it the technique like as you do in the pita bread, just unrolling it. So after filling little bit, I can see that retina is not unfolding. So what to do? What you will do? Anyone? Massage. You know. Don't unveil my secret. Okay. So what anybody else can do? So why I am doing it? I can easily do retinectomy to relieve this retina, but I am using this ischemic retina, just massaging or ironing it to get this retina for my laser. Because if you will do retinectomy, you have to do laser on healthy retina. So you will have a less retina, less visual potential. So after doing this, I am just doing the confluent burns of laser. 3 rows are okay for me, but sometimes I do even the 2. Thank you so much for this case. Any questions? And I have one more cool case just for 3 minutes. Yes, next cool one. So this is, yes. And just wait. I do it. Just wait. Don't do. So this, can I have my slides? Yeah. So this is the case where we have a full thickness macular error. I couldn't present it in the morning, so I finish it right now. So this one was with the optic dispute. Patient presented me like this. This is one of the rarest case that I have seen with the optic dispute. So this is the macular hole. And pit looks me that it's close, but it was not. It's very strange phenomena that I found during the surgery. So everybody just look at this and keep it in mind. You wouldn't find this OCT in any world literature, this one. I bet you. So I go it. So here you will find very interesting things. So basic thing is basics. You are doing the vitrectomy. Yes, we are doing the core vitrectomy as usual. So I stay in the posterior highlight in this case is because they may have ascites. So I stay in the posterior highlight and you see the beautiful flower petal pattern that we usually get in the optic dispute cases. So I usually stuff the optic dispute with the punctal plug as I have shown in the morning. But here I was ready. My punctal plug was ready. Everything was ready. Here I am finding a little bit difficulty inducing the posterior highlight. So I put the air. I said, leave it. I will see you later on. So then after doing it, I was going to plug the pit and do the ILM flap. I put little bit of brilliant blue, stained it, and then I tried with the finish loop to have the ILM flap, temporal ILM flap, to get the flap. And still the posterior highlight was there. So then I saw the posterior highlight is lifting up, and I lift it. So you can see how beautifully it has been lifted. But the problem from the beginning was, if you can see that this area over here, so where it is plugged in the pit, that's why it was not lifting from there. So now you see, even I am holding with a 600 vacuum, it's not coming out. So this is one of the rarest variant of optic pit. So if you see, I am pulling it. I was afraid. I've never seen how to pull it, but I tried to pull it, but I was afraid. But I was afraid that where my puncture plug will go. I have to waste it, so I prefer to waste it at that day. So I am just rolling it. Maybe it will come out and find the way somewhere, but it didn't. So then I planned just to trim it, not to play with this unique entity. So, and later on I just trimmed it. I will show you how long this thread-like vitreous that has been plugged by the nature. So after giving serous detachment, after giving this macular hole, the pit got closed by itself. This is what the nature does sometimes. So the important thing is, now I am fashioning the temporal flap because it's a full thickness macular hole. So I don't peel anywhere else. I just put a large flap, and everybody knows it should be dry and it should cover it. It should not come to the margin, and blah, 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 everything everyone knows. So the important thing is just keep looking the optic disc pits area now. Just keep looking the optic. As I will flush the air, you will feel influx and efflux from the optic disc pit area. Just follow the arrow. You will see. Something sucks in, something sucks out. Just keep following it. You see? It is stained. So obviously this patient has the fluid coming from the optic disc pit, and it has a still cavity there, but it has been plugged over there. So at the end, I did the fluid air gas exchange, and I put the SF6 gas, and this is post-op image, and this is after 2 weeks. You can see my flap and how much big the cavity is still there, how much edema is there. I didn't give it. Lady got pregnant and she disappeared. As usual. The rare case, you can't find the post-op, but I found her. I found her in the near department of gynae in a very cool day. That's why this is a cool case. And this is after 7 months. You see, pit is closed, hole is closed, and this flap is lying there. I didn't agree. The first presenter who presented that flap was there and didn't close. Just give the time. Every hole needs a scaffold. It doesn't need a permanent. So here you can see pit is plugged with the vitreous plug and hole is complete. Is this cool? You like it? Thank you. Any questions?
So, great presentation, Hussain, again. I like the optic pit video, and I will comment on that. You know, in those cases, we see quite frequently that plug, which plugs the optic pit area. That's why in those cases, what I do is, first of all, when you have trouble with the posterior hyaloid removal in pediatric cases, I always try to catch the ILM with a forceps, as if you're trying to peeling the ILM peripapillary. Then when you catch the ILM, then you will be okay with the posterior hyaloid removal. When you elevate it from one point, then it will come, you know, afterwards. That's one of my first comments. And the second one, after peeling the posterior hyaloid, I would leave the stalk as you have done. Even I would leave more of it, because when you just take that stalk out, it will even cause deterioration of the retinal detachment. And we see this very frequently, especially in morning glory type disc anomalies. And in those cases, I usually use, if I see that the CSF is coming through the pit area, I put Tenon.
Yeah.
Tenon, which fills the gap very nicely, and we have published the data recently, and it's very useful in such cases.
So
Thank
at
you.
the end, I just dried it under the air and I put some dye over the pit area. So not to waste my surgery time, not to waste the surgical. So it was nothing, dye was over there and I didn't see any spread of the dye. Then I was sure that the Swiss pit is completely closed. And I did the same. I didn't try to pull the posterior highlight. I did with the finesse loop try to peel the ILM. When I was peeling the ILM, highlight by itself was coming away rather than in the beginning. And its beginning, it's were very taut. Yeah.
Congratulations. Yes, as she said, sometimes you can use some plug for the optic pit, but what do you think about the use of amniotic membrane or even a Tenon graft as well?
You missed my morning presentation.
What's your experience?
If you haven't seen,
What's your
if you haven't missed my morning presentation, then you shouldn't have talked about the amniotic membrane.
Okay.
Amniotic membrane and ILM peel has nothing to do with the pit. Should I demonstrate once again? No. That's enough. So you have to look at some other place. Amniotic membrane and ILM has nothing to do to close the optic disc pit. This is just myth and these are just stories. In the tea break, I will let you know. Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Any questions? Yeah, one more.
What do you think happened at this case to result in this unique presentation?
So I think the patient has the open pit in the some part of age, and that the pit gave the serous detachment. Then the serous detachment converted into the full thickness macular hole. Then somehow this anomalous vitreous plugged this pit. There is an involutional closure of optic disc pit is documented in the literature. In those cases, we do only need vitrectomy and we get 100% results. Where pit is open, then you have to do all other things, stuffing, etc. Thank you so much. Otherwise, I will keep on answering your question till the afternoon. Thank you, Single.
So, now it's